Hi, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the cardboard constructs in Tiny Epic Defenders, the Dark War. Okay, so you get three punch boards, and it's going to include 6 caravans, a couple of boats, a manticore, some clouds, and a tree. So they punch out real smooth. I mean, that's pretty straightforward, so nothing really to learn there. Just get all these punched out here. And I'll show you how to put some of them together. This is a nice white core cardboard. So, I mean, if you are familiar with punch boards, you can get them in gray core or white core. White core is the more premium one. It's going to be a more durable, thicker cardboard, which is also looks nicer. But it's not just the looks; it really does produce a higher quality component. So let's start with the tree. So for the tree, you're going to need these 2 pieces for the trunk, these 2 pieces for the top of the tree, and then this is kind of the branches or the platform in which your item meeple will be standing. So I'm actually going to grab an item meeple real quick just so I can have one as reference here to show you how that all works. Okay, so for the tree, you just take these 2 pieces and you place them perpendicular to each other and then just slide one over the other one and just slide them flush like that. And you just create this X. And then this piece just simply goes over top of it like that so that you've got the platform and it just rests on those little branches. And then for this piece here, you're going to see that they're slightly different from each other. This one has the larger opening on the bottom. So that's actually going to be your bottom piece. And then this one here is going to go over top. So you'll crisscross them like this as well. And then you line them up kind of opposite of the branches there. And then it's just going to go right on top like that. And that creates your tree, and your little item meeple can stand. There we go. And they can stand in the tree like that. They're just kind of hanging out. So that's the great tree. Okay, so for the wyvern, for the manticore, I mean, you're going to have 3 pieces. It's these 3 pieces here, the wings and then the 2 sides. These are just going to go side by side like that. The wings are simply going to, each of these slits is going to get one side of the manticore. So, just like that, and then just push so that it's nice and flush. There we go. I'm going to use the table to help you out a little bit. So there's the manticore. And you'll actually notice that there's a cut in the wings that matches the feet shape of the item meeple, because you can actually ride the manticore depending on using the region ability of the mountains where the manticore is present. And so if you set your item meeple in there like that, then his feet go right into that little notch. And he just sits in. Then you can have him ride the manticore around the board. So he just hangs out like that. Okay, so we'll leave him aside. The dice boat's pretty straightforward. You just punch out the centerpiece, and then you just got that little window, and you can just set the dice right into there. So nothing difficult about those. And then these storm clouds from the desert. One is for the positive side, or the friendly side. One's for the hostile side. Nothing to put together there. And then you've got your caravans. So these are going to be a little bit more complicated than the rest of the items, which really weren't too complicated at all. But you have a caravan that represents each region, and you've got your symbol for it at the bottom there. So there's 4 little pieces that'll need to be punched out. If you've got like a small like mechanical pencil or a small screwdriver, that's what I'd recommend, something like that to punch them out with. And you just punch out each of the 4. I was actually just using my keys. I mean, you can use whatever, but there you go. So then you can see you get those 4 little spots opened up like that. And then you've got these, you're going to have doors for your caravans. That's what these are. These are doors. So you take your piece, and this is actually going to go on the bottom because this is kind of hidden information. So that goes down, and then you take one of your doors and you push it through one of the small openings at the front like this. And then you take your other door and you push it through the other small opening. Okay, there we go. And then you get something like that. And that's kind of the base of your caravan. And then you take one of these, and each of those lines, it's slightly scored. So you actually you want to massage this into a rounded position. So you actually want to go at each line, slightly bend it. And you want to do that for each of the different lines. You want to kind of take your time with this one and massage it out like that. There you go. And that's going to create a rounded top for your caravan. You can kind of massage it a little bit and wiggle it, and so you can make sure you got a nice evenly rounded top like that. And then that goes over top of this, and the wheels fit down into the long openings on the side like that. Then you got your doors. So there you go. So that's a completed caravan. And when you're playing, you'll flip it over. You know, you're going to have to place these caravans throughout the different regions. And so you'll flip it over and you'll see, oh, this one goes in the desert. And then you'll place it in the desert and it moves along. So you'll do that with each of these caravans. You'll build 6 caravans total. And if you bear with me, I'll try to get through it pretty quickly, and then I can show you how it all goes back in the box. The caravans will stay assembled, which is good because they're the kind of the most complicated ones. But the tree is taken apart. The Manticore can also stay assembled. But it does take a little bit of puzzling to get it all back in the box because there's really a lot in this game. We packed it full. It's pretty awesome. But I'll show you, it doesn't take long to assemble these constructs. They go together really fast. So there's another one. And again, I'm literally just using my keys just to punch this little piece out, just the edge of my key. So any sort of tool will be useful. All right, this one is for the ruins. Okay. That just goes over top like that. There you go. Got another little caravan assembled. This one is for the forest. Again, you just want to remember that the icon goes on the bottom. That's underneath the caravan. Alright, just like so. See, I'm kind of rushing through these, and they're still coming together wonderfully. No issues at all. So you should find that these are a very approachable set of constructs and rather enjoyable if you like a little bit of paper craft. Almost done here. In fact, we're almost done. Okay, there we are. And for the last one, so when I'm putting these in, I'm actually putting the corner of the door to the corner of the hole and then going in at an angle like that, and they slide in really nice. And that's just because I've put quite a few of these together, so I kind of learned that trick. So hopefully that'll help. Hopefully you've made it far enough into the video to hear that. Okay. Alright, let me just get this last one in place. Okay, so there we go. So we've got all 6 caravans assembled now. And let's go into putting everything back into the box. So I usually put the rule book at the bottom of the box. I'm going to leave this out of the box because it really should not go back into the box per se. It's to hold the 2 games together. So I'll leave that out. And then I take the large cards and just kind of lay them flush to the side. This item meeple is going to be gone, so you don't need to have him in there anymore. So let me just set that aside. Okay. Alright, so then what I do from here is I'll go to the caravans now, and I actually put the caravan top down into the little space between the large cards and the edge of the box. So you can see I can fit almost all of them in this space. Kind of one over top of the other, like that. There you go. So you can fit 5 of them right along the line, and then this 6th one, I just kind of in the same orientation, I just tuck him right down there to the side. And then the Manticore goes next, and you just kind of set the Manticore in there like that. And then I'll throw the dice in there. From here, the regular size cards go on top like there. And then the items for the item meeples, followed by the wood. And then your 3 storms right on top, your 3 boats right on top. And then the tree does have to be unassembled. That's the only one. But again, this is a very high quality material. This is going to last. If you do see any sort of small fraying or anything like that, a tiny little drop of super glue goes a long way to repairing that and keeping them in great shape. So they just go back inside like such, and you get a perfect close on the box. No give. So there you are. So that's the cardboard constructs, and putting them all back in. And there you go with the box sleeve for Tiny Epic Defenders, the Dark War base game expansion. All right, hope you enjoyed. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Take care.